My story may not be unique or special. However, I'd like to share a little bit about something that's special to me. I was incarcerated for 20 years, and every time I would go up for parole, I had high hopes that this would be my chance. 11 times I was turned down, and it's easy to start to feel hopeless and terribly alone in a world so closed up, filled with hatred and anger. It's hard to get a second chance in a prison, to prove that you're a good person, that you can handle responsibility and take on challenges not everyone can deal with. I was able to have that chance and participated in the Pixie's Pen Pals dog training program for over 7 years, earning certification through the Virginia Apprenticeship Council. I participated in the program at 2 different facilities, working my way up to primary handler, as well as teacher's aide and adoption liaison. All handlers are required to do all the coursework to achieve primary handler status, and a few show leadership qualities that make them good candidates for a teacher's aide. However, there's just one that's chosen to be the adoption liaison, who attends all the adoptions, explaining all the important information about the program and the dog to be adopted. I was content to just be primary handler and help teach new handlers as they came into the program. However, the lead trainer, Katie Locks, saw differently, and with some encouragement and persuasion, asked me to be a teacher's aide as well as adoption liaison. I did my best throughout the program and hope I did a good job. I worked with and trained over 40 dogs and learned more and more with each one. Some taught me to trust, some taught me compassion, some taught me just how to have fun, and some taught me patience. However, they all taught me that there's more to life than just taking care of myself, and that I'm worthy of love, giving, and receiving. There have been a lot of standouts throughout the years, and I'll highlight just a few because they stand out just a little bit more than others. This girl here is VDOT. She was found on the side of the road by a VDOT worker. They thought she was dead. Look at her now. She's dead. She's having a wonderful life, being taken care of. It's quite the couch potato as well. The most memorable dog I've ever worked with is this boy right here named Woody. He was a hound mix that came to the program, very fearful, closed down, and untrusting of humans completely. It was the first dog I ever worked with that was as fearful as he is, as he was pretty much semi-feral. It took me about 2 months to be able to build up enough trust for him to allow me to touch him or pet him. It was difficult to have that kind of responsibility, and I had a lot of questions that I couldn't answer, such as how was I going to help him change how he viewed humans? How was I going to help him have a better life? I didn't have the answers to those questions, so I took it one day at a time. I recently had the privilege of checking in on him, and he's doing awesome, loving life. This girl here, Ellie, came into the program a baby, pretty much furless from mange and fearful. It's quite the trend. I worked with a lot of fearful dogs over the years. It's quite the combination as well, being afraid and not having hair. It broke my heart thinking of how she must have felt. She needed patience, but more than that, she needed love unconditionally. So I took a deep breath and counted to 1,000,000 as I had nothing but time on my hands and said, "Rob, you've got this. She needs you." She turned out to be a pretty beautiful dog. She learned how to trust and love and how to enjoy life. One dog stands out a little bit more than the rest, and that's this boy here, Domino, sorry. He came into the program with his brother Lucky when the program they were in closed down, and we had some openings at the facility I was at, so they came in. They were babies when they came in and had a pretty good foundation from their previous handlers. Thought it'd be a grand finale to my time in the program to be able to adopt a dog that I had worked with. However, that's not always the case. We don't get to choose the dogs that come in, and our families have to go through the same process to adopt as anyone else. My family was actually able to apply, was approved, and he went home. Now all I had to do was wait until December of 2014 to be able to be home with my family and my new dog. So the program has taught me a lot over the years and changed my life in some ways that are subtle and some that are pretty obvious. It's taught me that my crime does not define me, that I am smarter and more capable than I give myself credit for, and that there are people that really do believe in me. I am beyond words. I can't express how thankful I am. And it is amazing how incredible people like Katie have influenced my life and changed things for the better. Here are a few slides of other dogs that have been through the program, or maybe not. I guess not. However, although I was supposed to be released in December of 2014, I actually made parole in October of 2014, about 2 months before I was going home. Thank you.